The choice of Pilgram Marpeck as the focus for a module on an individual 16th century Anabaptist is not a surprising one. He was an influential first-generation church leader who lived rather longer than many others, provided guidance for several congregations, interacted with other Anabaptists and representatives of other traditions, and wrote extensively. Many of his writings are extant, giving us plenty of material to draw from in assessing his contribution to the developing Anabaptist tradition. In his own lifetime he was accorded respect by most of his contemporaries, and in recent years he has been perceived as a moderate and attractive alternative to more extreme figures within the Anabaptist movement. However, because the congregations with which he was associated did not survive beyond the late 16th century, no Marpeckian tradition persisted alongside those associated with the Swiss Brethren, the Mennonites or the Hutterites. Pilgram Marpeck simply disappeared from history until his recovery during the 20th century. His writings were lost until they were uncovered in various European libraries and archives. Might this indicate that his brand of Anabaptism was not robust enough? In times of opposition and persecution, is an extreme form of religion more durable? Furthermore, Marpeck was not a typical Anabaptist leader. Although he faced uncertainty and danger, he did not suffer at the hands of the authorities as so many others did. This was in part because of choices he made about where to live and when to move on, but it was also due in no small measure to his professional qualifications, valuable skills and ability to mix with those who had power and influence. Is this evidence of compromise and cowardice, or does he offer an unusual glimpse of how a moderate form of Anabaptism was tolerated, if not welcomed, in some contexts? We will explore these and other questions in the course of this module, but we will begin by tracing the modern rediscovery of Pilgram Marpeck. The story of this rediscovery, at least from the perspective of 1968, is told in the first chapter of William Clarson's Covenant and Community, the subtitle of which is The Life and Writings of Pilgram Marpeck. Later in this book, the author claims that the extent of source material available for the study of Marpeck is richer than for any other Anabaptist leader. This book is a fitting place to begin because nobody has done more than William Clarson and his long-term writing colleague Walter Clarson to fill out the details of what can be known about Marpeck's life and to make his writings readily available. Two of the primary resources for this module are their jointly written biography, Marpeck, A Life of Dissent and Conformity, and the writings of Pilgram Marpeck, their translation and editing of Marpeck's early writings and many of his letters.